Ashley Eckstein, voice of Ahsoka Tano, and thank you for listening to the Super Awesome Geek Show.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody, to the special edition for the other side of the world of our game shows.
Yeah.
So, Matt here at Keep On Collecting, diagonally down there. Hello,
Yep.
Matt. Matt suggested one time, I think along with Usual Mike, and unfortunately Usual Mike couldn't make it, but they were like, John, you keep doing all these game shows, but you're leaving out a whole section of the planet. Get us on a game show. So thanks, Matt, for bugging me about doing that, because this was well-deserved and long waiting. And Matt helped me to find some of these great contestants and get everybody on board to do this thing for the special edition giant kangaroos blowing up game show.
That's an awesome fun, Matt.
So I want to give you guys a minute to introduce yourselves to the people watching. We've already got a lot of people in the chat, and not everybody might be aware of your channels or what you guys do. So let's just go in an order here. Ramz, you start out at Lamb Echo 1.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for having me here. I'm grateful to have Phil. Well, Phil reached out to me, which was great. That pretty much got me out of mowing the lawns this morning. So thank you, Phil. And
You owe me one.
So no, it's awesome. My channel is Lamb Echo 1. So I pretty much thought my channel sort of came out of a place where I was watching everybody else doing, events and things all over the world, and Australia and America. And I thought, man, we don't have any of that here in New Zealand. So I thought, I might as well start doing some road trips and heading to different events in our country. So I thought, that's something I wouldn't mind seeing, because, why not see what's in our backyard? So, that's me. Just go for a good trip, and it gives me a good opportunity to see the country also. So so that's pretty much my channel. I've got a lot of those things, a few dioramas, and a few of my collection that's in there. So that's me.
And I like that you collect things from all over the spectrum. I mean, you got wrestling, you've got Star Wars, you've got some even like Dukes of Hazzard and A-Team and Elvis and everything. It's just, you have a great collection. Batman, and I mean, I just love in everything that we loved as a child in our childhood. You've gotten into and collect, and I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Those are things you grow up with, and you always try and you levitate to those things, and those are the things that remind you of a happier time.
Yeah,
a happier time.
Yeah.
Bill, let us know a little bit about you and your stuff.
All right. Kia ora, konnichiwa. I'm Phil. I'm a Kiwi in Japan. My channel name is Treasures for Trigger, which is a bit of a mouthful. I've been living in Japan for about 5 or 6 years now, and picked up the toy collecting hobby actually in Japan. So I've sort of been discovering toy collecting, discovering the YouTube world while being over here. So I've got a variety of things on my channel, I guess. I've got a few adventures out into Tokyo, getting lost in the big city, a few videos where I've caught up with some other friends, a lot of unboxing videos. So I'm the same. I collect a whole spectrum of things, Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, you name it, I collect it basically. So that's basically me. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. One thing I loved about, I've been to Japan a couple times, and one thing I loved about Japan, and I don't know if it's still this, because my visits were like 2006 or the early 2000s, but we got into some of these big cities, and we were like, oh, look, a toy store. And it's not like a toy store here in America where you walk in and there's one level of toy store. No, this was when you get to the back, there's a stairway up, and then you go to a second floor, and then there's a stairway up, and you go to a third floor, and then they go 4, 5, 10 floors all the way. But some of the stores, the higher you go, the more specialized the toys get. And there were some places where my girlfriend was like, "Oh boy, we've crossed the line." Once we got to the top.
That's right. Yeah, you get your rewards by keep going up for sure. But yeah, you definitely get your steps in Tokyo. That's for sure. You get a bit of exercise as well as some good toys as well. So yeah.
But man, I got to tell you, when I went there the first time with my girlfriend in 2006, we did not understand or know what we were getting into. And by the time we left, we had to buy 2 more suitcases to put all the toys in that we bought.
Yeah.
Because she was getting these little kaiju versions of Hello Kitty dressed up as different kaiju. Every city had their own separate little monster or local folklore that the Hello Kitty was dressed up as. So once we got that going and we started traveling around and we realized that every city had a different one, she had to collect them all from all the different cities.
Gotta collect them all.
It was fun though, but yeah.
Well, Jason, I was just going to say, Jason has just been to Japan as well. Did you manage to fill up those suitcases, Jason?
We had to buy an extra one. Yeah, we went over with 3, and we came back with 4. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And you're right about the toy stores and the different levels. That at one point my son and I were walking up, and we were going up another level, and we're like, okay, we might not go to this level. It's like the scantily clad statues level.
The very adult level.
They get more R-rated as you go up too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jason, tell us a little bit about middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars, and then also we might want to give you guys a moment because Jason and Phil were both just at Star Wars Celebration in Japan.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, kia ora, John. Firstly, it was lovely to meet you, and thank you so much for having me on your show. I have no idea what I'm in for, but I'm sure I'm going to get rinsed by all you guys in the competition.
Come on, then.
But yeah, it's great to see Matt and Andrew again. We've met before on a couple of live streams, and of course I've met Ramz and Phil in real life, and fantastic guys. So yeah, awesome to be here. And in terms of my channel, Middle-Aged Kiwi Man Collecting Star Wars Figures, it is literally what it says on the box. I can't get sued for false advertising, at least not until I get older. But basically, I'm into Star Wars collecting, as you can see behind me, and vintage collection in particular, and the classic 3.75-inch scale. And hey, I got into this YouTube stuff, as many people did during COVID. We used to have a group of local friends who are collectors, and we used to every now and then, we didn't get together as often as we'd like to because of busy schedules, but we called it Star Wars Man Caves Tours, and we'd each go around, have a look at each other's collection, have a couple of beers, and just talk some nonsense. And when we had the lockdown, I kind of missed sharing this with people, and so that's where the channel came out of, because I think for me the joy in collecting is not just for me to hoard it away, but to share it with other people.
And meeting fellow collectors and talking about it, like you said, you know.
Yeah, and honestly, that was the highlight for me of Star Wars Celebration. So I hung out at the Hasbro booth. I was really fortunate enough to get an interview with the Hasbro team. That was a lot of fun. But really meeting guys like Phil, meeting guys like John from the SWTVC and other collectors and people, that was a real highlight, and just being able to chat to people in person. And I think,
did you guys find Star Wars Celebration the same way? Like I've been to Anaheim. I've been to Anaheim twice. I've been to the Orlando once. I went to Chicago, and every single time I've gone to a Star Wars Celebration, it's different than a normal convention, because every single time I've gone, I've met people either in line or at a panel that I sat next to and got talking to. and they become lifelong friends. Like my very first celebration was in 2015 at Anaheim, and I've got people that I still talk to this day from all over the world that I talk to on the regular, that I met in line or the night before while we were sleeping out to get into the main hall, or something. You know what I mean? It's like those friendships that you make, and I don't find that at any other kind of convention. It just seems to be unique to Star Wars, at least from my experience, that the people who go to Star Wars Celebration are willing to talk to you when you're standing in line with them and willing to keep that friendship up if you guys hit it off. Did you find stuff like that with your experiences?
Yeah, well, for me, this was the sort of the first kind of convention I've ever been to, so I actually had no idea what I was getting myself in for. But for me, one of the best things was seeing like the Japanese interacting with all of the people coming over from overseas. So getting Japanese and Americans getting photos together with their cosplay, and it's just that commonality, that common interest, where that maybe the language. Yeah, the
cosplay is giant in Japan. I mean, I remember going down. What's that area where they have the bridge? And I went over there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there are people out here essentially in cosplay, like in the regular open world, not in a convention.
Harajuku, maybe.
Is that the Harajuku area?
Yeah, I was Harajuku.
I was blown away. My girlfriend and I were taking pictures of all, but talking to people and hanging out there. Endless some days. It was great.
Yeah,
I had good chats with some people in line. That was a lot of fun. But for me, it was almost the opposite. It was more like actually getting to meet the people that I know from online. That was that was really cool. Yeah, and the crowds were just pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. I went on the last day on the Sunday, but I didn't go to any of the panels or the autographs or anything like that. Me and my daughter just went in and just soaked it all up, and it was just seeing the cosplay and the toys, the vintage stuff, the Hasbro displays, because I'd never seen any of the HasLabs or anything like that up close and personal. So seeing that stuff for the first time was that was bloody awesome as well.
Did the size of some of those HasLabs just blow you away when you see it in person? It's different than seeing a photo, right?
Yeah, and just the detail, like, I could have spent, if I hadn't had my daughter with me,
he's got them all right behind him there. He's got them all
there
right
it is.
behind him.
Yeah, you could have spent hours just in the Hasbro section, just, gawking at the displays there. They were just unbelievable. So much fun.
Yeah, I only had to go to Wellington to see those Hasbro those ones there. So I saved me a few dollars just to. But I think even Jason, you met Uncle Tim just at the airport before you even went to Japan, eh?
Yeah, as if people didn't think New Zealand was small enough already. I was fortunate enough to be in the airline lounge because I'd been on a work trip last month. And I'd accumulated enough points. I took the family into the lounge, and here I am loading up my plate, and there's Temuera Morrison. So I was
wow.
Sweet. I was like, "Kia ora, bro," and had a little bit of a yarn.
And was he actually on his way to Celebration?
Yeah. So I said to him, I said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you at Celebration." He goes, "Yeah, that's where I'm going." And he said, "I'm looking forward to seeing the blossoms." And I didn't ask him for a photo because I thought he was there with his family, so his daughter and his granddaughter, and I knew he was going over there to get money from photos. So, but he was nice enough to have a little chat, so that was really cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I also at a train station a couple of nights later, I saw a New Zealand politician. And I said, "G'day." I said "Kia ora" to him, and he had a chat, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you enjoying Japan?" And yeah. And I said, "Oh, we were here at Star Wars Celebration to see Uncle Tim," and he goes, "Oh, Uncle Tim, he used to live 2 doors down from me." So there we go. We're just reinforcing all the stereotypes that we all know each other. Pretty funny.
You guys live on a little tiny island.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's move on to Matt and Andrew at Keep On Collecting. Matt, how you doing?
Excellent. Thank you very much, John, for having me. It's great to see you guys again. Well, as our name says too, hey Andrew, it's just we just keep on collecting. The list of things we probably don't collect are probably shorter than the list that we do collect.
Yes.
And so much so that I think Andrew he's out of control. I've contained mine within a room, and I can walk around the floor. And Andrew has got this 3-car garage, and you can't get into areas of it. So I don't know.
So Andrew has to have his food floated by a drone. He's basically stuck where we see him, and food has to be floated by a drone, right? Is it?
Well, we've been doing this for a few years. Actually, but we really kicked it off in COVID, as you say. A lot of people did, but we actually started the channel a few years before. But the videos are absolutely woeful. And I would recommend no one ever watch those. They probably should be removed from YouTube.
I know what
I want to watch them even more now.
Our first video was just me and Matt, and I'm screaming at my wife who was filming. Is it on? Is it on? Is it on?
And the second one, I think we were just talking about Doctor Who figures. I'm in my pajamas and I'm pretending to be some commentator, and he's like, "Oh, let's make another video." I'm like, "Really? I'm in my pajamas?" But no, it's just having fun, collecting some new and vintage toys. It's hard just to stick with the vintage stuff because there's a lot of toys they just didn't make in the 80s for these amazing movies that we love, like Goonies, and you see them now and you just go, "Oh, I've got to buy them," and it's not just sort of stuck into that vintage realm. But yeah, we just have some fun with our videos, there's a whole lot of range of things. I dabble in a bit of stop motion every now and then because I love to learn that whole process, and if I can chuck it into a video somewhere, I will. But yeah, it's very time consuming. But we just have fun, don't we, Andrew?
Yeah, we like to play with them. You see, so we I do like that play motion type thing with the Joes, or come up with challenges, and we got the smash up derby out once, and didn't we, Matt? And we were doing that, but we found out the wheels had gone hard, and they just spun on the spot. So we had to fake it. We had to push them with their hand and fake it, the shot of them actually smashing into each other.
I get this mental image of Matt in his pajamas and you guys making a video. So never too old to stop collecting toys. Never too old to sleep over at your mate's place.
But so the channel's just an extension of our collections, and as you said, Jason, it's just fun to share it with people, and the whole social aspect we just didn't expect when we created the channel, and the type of people, like everyone that we would meet who do the same thing. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
And it's great too that the situation we're in at this point in life in the world, where the technology is bringing, it's not only the people in your local area, but look what it's done. It's brought us from all the way around the world together in this mutual love of these things that we collect and things that we grew up with,
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And I do too sometimes get into, watch this, I won't play the whole thing, but I do sometimes get into playing with my toys.
Tila, come here quickly. Yes, Father. What is it? He-Man and the Sorceress have sent us on an important mission. I want you to find Ram-Man. He will aid us in this quest. Oh, do we have to? Ram-Man? Ram-Man may not be the brightest of the bunch. However, his skills may be useful. Very well. I'll go find him. Ram-Man, wake yourself up. Oh, hello, Tila. Go grab your axe.
Love it.
Poor old Randy.
We're all just Dark Helmet caught playing with his figures and like in space.
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
Next me.
Look at that.
Well, let's say hello to some of the guys in the chat, and then we'll get right into our games.
Okay.
Gap is here. It's live from the global stage.
G'day, Gap.
Hello. My mom is here. Hello, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Mom. Everyone knows her as Earth Mom.
There's Mum.
Oh, look, it's middle-aged
Hey.
Kiwi man collecting Star Wars
Yoda.
figures. Gary from Gary's Grails is here. Hello, Gary.
Hey, Gary, g'day.
Treasures, good to see you.
Balls.
Who's that?
Rolando. Hey, Rolando.
Hey, Rolando.
Keep on collecting. Saying hello in the
Oh,
chat
yeah.
to everybody. Left Coast Graphics. Rick, how you doing?
Arigato.
Rick. Arigato. Is that Japanese? Arigato. I just said it.
Nailed it.
Darth Wizzy Wizard.
Wizzy.
How you doing? How you doing, Wizzy? Vader's girl, Cat. Good to see you, Cat. How you doing?
Hey, Cat.
Cat.
G-Force. I
Hey,
didn't
G.
see you playing with your toys again, sir. Darth is driving. Well, just listen. Don't pick up the phone. Just listen.
Yeah, that's right.
Stay safe out there, Darth.
Drive safe.
So today we've got a few games for these guys. Let's get into the first game. We've got a. Now, did you guys have Wheel of Fortune over there? I sometimes get scolded by the guys in the UK who say, we didn't have Jeopardy. Why do you guys start this backwards trivia game? You know, like.
Yeah, the version of it, yeah.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, we had it in New Zealand too. With Steve Parr, the host.
It hasn't been on TV for a while though, so.
Yeah, they
some
can.
rules.
Yeah.
Can I make a request? Can Jason
Sure.
start on like minus 100 and give us a head start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've seen Jason in the Star Wars trivia and things, and he smashes it, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm scared of you guys. Like,
Go.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
playing
well,
it with
yeah,
Star
right.
Wars question day.
But yeah,
Okay.
Wheel of Fortune, yeah, maybe some rules updates on that one. So I can't remember.
We can do that. We can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
New Zealand even had a celebrity Wheel of Fortune one, the famous David Tua, Oh for Awesome.
Oh,
Let me do a present share screen. Hopefully this all works out fine.
It's very clever how you can do all this online too now, like play these games. It's
We
Wow,
got
look
that.
at
We
that.
got that in view. All right, good. We got
Wow.
that in view.
Beautiful.
cool. Yeah, wow.
cool.
So we will have 3 rounds in this game. The first category is a Star Wars prequel era Jedi. Do you know your prequel Jedis?
That's right.
So,
Just go grab some action figures and put them in my lap.
yeah, right. Yeah, look around the room
God.
and see what action figures you can pick out. So we're gonna. It's in the order that we are in. I think. Ramz, Phil, Jason, Matt, then Andrew. Yeah. Okay. The teams are in the order that we're in. So the way that we do this is, Ramz will say spin, and we will, because you don't have a choice in the beginning but to spin, so we will spin. Unless you
to
can
solve.
just look at it. If you can look at it and think like, oh my gosh, I know this one, already, then well, this button I hit. Yeah, whose turn?
Wow.
Ramz. All
Yep.
right, and then we do.
All right.
So there will be when you're normally going, it'll be spin, buy a vowel, or solve the puzzle. And what I
Yes.
do is I give each person 3 attempts, so basically 3 spins. And after that, you can either spin or buy a vowel, but you can't buy a vowel on your first move because you got $0. Buying a vowel costs $2.50. So at any moment you may solve the puzzle, but after 3 spins, we kind of say either solve the puzzle or pass it on to Phil. And then Phil goes 3 spins, pass it on to Jason, that kind of thing. So nobody just runs with the board. We all want to have some fun here and take a chance, you know?
Yep.
So any other questions, just ask as the game moves along. Phil or Ramz, we're spinning. And you're going to pick a letter once we get your number here. You've got $600.
$600. Can I have a
letters right at
N?
the top of the screen? N.
Oh,
N for New Zealand. Look at that.
N for New Zealand.
There is one N, Ramz. Can you solve the puzzle?
I would like to know.
I can give you a second to look. You know.
No, let's keep spinning it.
All right, we're gonna spin again. Looks like you got 600 again. He's off to a good start.
Ooh.
Let's go with a. Can I have a? A F.
F.
F for forget it.
No F. Got the big X. We're going on to Phil.
All right, spin that wheel.
All right, we're spinning, Phil. Does anyone in the chat already know it? Oh, Phil got
Oh, you took all my no money.
All
my
right,
life.
it's Jason's turn. Phil just lost everything.
Oh.
Phil, you know that Luke Skywalker figure you love? Oh, you've lost it.
Story of my life. Take it all.
Bad luck, buddy.
Oh dear.
Yes, spin, please, John.
All right. Oh no! Oh, phew! He just skirted 300. That was close.
Ooh. I'll go for an R for Roger, please.
R. There is an R.
Oh, one R.
Wow.
This is bringing it closer for you. Any luck?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll have another spin, please.
All right. Prequel era Jedi. 500.
I will go in S for Super Awesome Geek Show.
S it is. There are two of them.
Oh, look at you go.
Am I allowed to solve?
You can solve, yeah.
I reckon.
I told you, Star Wars, we're in trouble.
We'll give you a chance to look at it, but go ahead and solve if you think you know it.
Sorry, Aussie boys. I think this is Oppo Rancis.
Well, you're... Is this a pronunciation? This might just be a pronunciation thing, so I'm going to give it to him. Solve the puzzle. Okay. Correct. Oppo Rancisis.
Very good.
All right, this is an Australian kids show.
Australian kids show. That rules Jason out. We've got a chance.
Well, didn't kids shows cross the border? It had to go to New Zealand as well, right?
Some of them probably, yeah.
Now I do hope that this, because the other thing I get complaints about with the guys in the UK is that I never pick out any of the shows that were only UK that they love. So I did a little bit of research and found this one show that supposedly was the biggest show over there in that part of the world. So in the 80s for children.
80s. All right.
Yeah.
Is there another clue, like live action or animated?
Now, I don't know because I didn't watch the show. So you're going to have to fill me in
when the
answer comes up. It looks like we're going to start with Matt because Jason just got that one right.
Yep. All right.
So Matt, we spinning?
Sounds good.
700.
700. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's start with a M for Matthew.
Big X. No.
Bloody hell.
Andrew.
Not Andrew.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No pressure, Aussie boys.
Yep. Andrew's got $400.
Can I solve it?
Sure, if you think you know it.
I think I know it as
I
well.
would pick a letter.
Dang.
I would pick a letter first. I would pick a letter first to get some
Solve
money.
it straight up and be a smartass.
I mean, you
I'll solve it
just
straight up
it.
and be a smartass. It's hey
ahead.
it's hey Saturday.
Oh,
No, it's
Oh.
not. Hey, Saturday.
No, hey
That would have been.
Saturday. No,
it's
yeah,
not.
is it? Isn't it?
No, it's not Saturday.
Oh,
It does fit, right? SATURDAY.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not.
oh.
Well, I'm not a smartass. I'm a dumbass.
That's what I would say. I thought it was hey, it's Saturday as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I was thinking there too.
It looks so obvious. Okay.
That would have been. They didn't bring that one up to me, and that would have been cool for my hey, yeah. But,
yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
cool. Whoopsie.
All right.
That's
fun to see.
we gotta move on to. I had to move it on somehow. There we go, Ramz.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Spinning.
Let's spin it.
See, now you'll tell me nobody watched this show and he Google's wrong.
Can I have a H for hey, it's not Saturday.
It has to be. It has to be.
There's one H.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Spinning or buying a vowel?
It's, I might solve now. It's spin it. Let's spin it.
$400.
Okay, well, natural progression would be a T, just in case that's
Or 2 T's.
Nice.
Spin or buy a vowel?
Let's spin. Let's spin.
$300.
Can I have a owl
No L's. Sorry, Ramz.
for a loser?
Bill, we're on to you.
Here we go. The only way is up.
700.
Nice.
All right. I need to bank some money. I'm going to go an E.
E to buy.
Oh, okay.
Vowels you got to buy. So you pick a different letter.
All right. Let's go with P for Phil.
No, please. Sorry. We're on to Jason.
Jason's rubbing his hands. I'm scared again.
Yeah.
400.
I'll go an N for nerdy, please, John.
N? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is 2 N's or are 2 N's.
Yeah.
Spin
Okay,
or
another
buy a
spin,
vowel?
please.
Yep. $500.
Okay, I'll have an S, please.
No S's. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Moving on to Matt.
Yeah, alrighty. Let's
Come on,
go.
Matt, just stop it.
Let's spin it.
Spinning.
Yeah. Just what you think.
Come on, Matt. Do it for
300,
Australia.
Matt.
All right, we'll do a D for dog, please.
D, you got it. There are 2 D's.
Okay. Yep. I know what it is. So let's spin. If I get bankrupt, I'm going to kick myself in the butt here. But
Matt wants to keep going. All right, we're
no,
spinning.
and yeah, Andrew, you know what it is, don't you?
No, I don't, mate.
I know what the
okay.
2 middle words are.
Yeah. K for koala, please.
1K.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I solve that now?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
You better.
That is Dot and the kangaroo.
Correct. Yes. So,
Nice.
since you guys do know about it, what is Dot in the
Well, Dot was a girl. It was animated it was a movie, and Dot was a little girl. Now, to tell you the truth, I've never seen it, and obviously
Really?
Kangaroo. I don't know if the kangaroo can talk, but there was a few Dot movies out here
Okay.
at the time through the 80s and 90s, I think. So, but that's all I can really tell you. Quite famous at the time.
See, Google claimed it was one of the most popular Australian kids shows of all time from the 80s, and I was like, okay, I'll put it in for the guys because the guys in the UK always complain that I never pick stuff from their home. But, so.
No, it was very popular back because I think it was released in the early 80s, if my memory serves correct, and it was very popular. But I think at the time I might have been 10 or 11, and it, with a little girl in the lead, it doesn't appeal to a 10-year-old boy. So I didn't really.
You're still watching stuff like Transformers, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. All the boy shows. Sorry.
Never heard of it. I bet Andrew's got figures from it if they were ever made.
Yeah. You'd actually made any toys for that, did they, Matt? Probably.
I don't know. I think there was some McDonald's toys.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
This was that big. But yeah, I think maybe if you could track something down, I'm sure, for sure, yeah.
So our third category is Transformers villains. So dig deep for your Transformers lore and see if you can pick out what villains these are.
Okay.
And we're on to
Phil's one.
Andrew
This is you, Phil.
since Matt got that
mate.
one. Andrew, start us off with $300.
I'll pick an M.
M, you said, as in like moose?
Yes, M, yes.
No M, sorry, Andrew.
Well, it's not Megatron. We can rule that out.
Yes, I know.
Ramz, we're on to you. Spinning.
Yep.
Let's go Kiwis.
200.
Go Rams.
How about a T?
There is a T.
Transformer.
There are two T's, actually.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
bad guy.
The Transformers, yes. Yeah. Spinning or buying a vowel?
Let's spin, because I have no idea at the moment.
Oh, only $100. But if you get a letter that has like 15 of them, you could wash out.
How about Transformers? How about, I don't know, let's go with an H.
H. There's one H.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It's not the Transformers, then it doesn't make sense.
Does this Transformer talk about himself in the third person?
It might be a group, not just one person.
Oh, okay. Let's spin it. Let's spin it.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to spin.
100.
What is
You're
that?
stuck on those $100 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a group. Oh. Well, that's the problem. Okay, let's go with
It says villains, plural,
Okay, let's go with R.
No R's. Sorry.
Mm.
We're moving on to Phil.
All right, give me some
Come on,
money,
Phil.
John. Give me some big
Come on,
money.
Phil.
Big money, big money, big money. No
Show him the
whammies.
money.
500.
Let's go with a C for cat.
No C's.
Ah!
Jason, we're moving on to you. Spinning. Big money, no whammies. Stop. 400.
I'll have an S, please, John.
S is a good pick.
Yeah, for the plural. It might
Yeah,
help me.
three-
Yes.
Three S's. Wow.
For the you're a smart man. For the plural. Damn.
Spinning again.
Okay, I have another spin, please.
400.
I will.
Never.
Can I please have a D for
No D's. No D's. Sorry.
no D's?
Sorry, Jason.
Yeah. There was a
That's
D
right.
for it. Dun-dun.
Don't.
Back around from that.
Yeah, all right. Yep.
Oh! Oh, Matt lost it all. We're moving on to Andrew.
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
Andrew's
Look at
got
the
big
letter
money,
anyway.
$700. Make it a good one, Andrew.
I'll pick G.
G? That's not a good one. There's no
No,
G's.
it's not a good one, no.
Oh man.
All right, Kiwis, we got this.
Going all the way back to Ramz.
You know, I only have one transformer in my room.
Uh-oh.
Let's spin that wheel.
This could be one this could be a group that's a little obscure to you guys then. You're not
Initially, I thought it was Decepticons, but it's gone.
$300.
Let's try an N.
N is a good choice. Yeah. 2 of them.
2 N's. That's good help.
You want to spin or buy a vowel? Buying a vowel could help. Buying a vowel could help fill in some of those letters.
Probably fill it in. Still won't have an idea. Let's. Yeah, let's. How much are the vowels?
$250.
Oh, okay.
You got 1,100. You got plenty. You can do
Splash
it.
out, Ramz. Come on.
Yeah. Let's buy a vowel. Let's buy a vowel.
All right. A, E, I, O, or U.
Let's go with an E.
All right. Good pick. There are 2 E's.
2 more E's.
All right. Spin or buy? Your last shot.
Let's spin.
All right. And you got 300.
Okay. What do we got up there? Let's go
There's
for
only one consonant left.
Oh, really?
The others are vowels.
Oh. Let's go with. How about a K? How about a K?
She's on Rams.
Okay, sorry.
Come on, Phil, you got this.
Phil,
Is this a D1? D1 Transformers?
it was in the original cartoons and the original comics, but they never made an original toy. We didn't get a toy until Hasbro.
Dude, this is not looking familiar at all.
That's scary coming from the Transformer.
And Hasbro didn't make the toy until very recently. It was only maybe less than 5 years ago when we finally got these.
Wow.
The original toy line only made one of their minions, and that was it.
Wow.
The
So
only
it's already
compliment
sitting
that
at
makes
Ollie's.
sense- I'm going to go with an L, John.
L.
Yeah.
We're on to Jason.
Can I buy a vowel, please, John?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll help me, but I'll go for an I.
Good one. There's an I in there.
Mm.
Okay.
No.
Huh. Okay, I'll.
You've got this, Jason. Got it.
Save us, Jason. You're our only hope.
Is the chat going crazy? Because do they know this?
probably do.
Well, they're very quiet.
I've never seen that word in my life.
I'll go for a spin, please. We'll go for a spin.
All right.
Let's take a punt.
Take it home. Okay.
Jason's going for a
Bankrupt.
spin. He's like 500.
Oh, nearly.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna go a V.
No. B.
Dang.
Whoa, what is this?
I've never heard of the intestines Transformers before.
That's a sign. Oh.
Well, I guess I'll spin.
Delicatessen.
Yeah, you got to spin first. And hope you can guess.
Alrighty, don't go bankrupt.
Solve it.
All right, I'll guess a Q, please.
Good
John.
guess. There you go.
Mm,
Oh wow!
It's
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to solve that, won't we?
You can
Before it gets
solve.
any-
Go
yeah.
ahead.
It's the quintessons, I guess.
Yes, the quintessons.
Quintessons. Okay.
Guilty or innocent. Those guys with the 4 or 5 faces.
Never heard of it, but that was
Yeah, it's the first for me too.
Oh, it looks like you tied, Jason. you
Oh,
tied.
wow.
Look at that.
I made a mistake on the first one by solving too early. Hold on.
We're going to move on to this will be an interesting version of what they say is in the United States we called this Family Feud,
Oh yeah.
but I was told by the guys in the UK that it was Family Fortune. So what did you guys have it as in Australia, or did you even have this?
Yeah.
We have
We have Family
Family
Feud. But it's only just ended. I don't know if it's still going on Channel 9, Andrew. Is Family Feud still going?
I don't think so. I don't think it's been on for years, Family Feud.
Yeah, they had Grant Denyer doing it. Maybe up until maybe
Right.
5 years ago, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, it's familiar with us, yeah.
Did we have it in New Zealand? I don't remember seeing Family. Remember seeing an American version or something, but not a New Zealand version.
Gap. That's so obscure. I didn't expect anyone to get that.
Process of elimination gap.
Quick facades, deep cut. They're like
Even
deep
G-Force
cut.
is questioning it.
What they were in the movie even. Who else is looking them up on Google?
Or on eBay. How much are they on eBay, Andrew?
Andrew hates Transformers because he just can't transform them.
Is that it? Yeah.
I haven't got one. You believe that? I haven't got a Transformer. Matt's got all the Transformers.
We can't spell them either.
So in usually for the Family Feud, groups divide up into 2 teams. That's why the families are against each other, and they go down the line. But for this online version, we're just going to give each person a chance to answer the question once, and then we'll move on to the next one. And whoever gets the most points at the end will call the winner. But mostly it's just for fun to see if we can guess the answers, because I really did walk the streets earlier this week and I stopped up and asked 100 different girlfriends what collectibles take up too much room in the house.
You have 100 girlfriends?
Other people's girlfriends, right? You know?
That sounds like a lot of admin.
Yeah.
I spend way too much money on dinners and movies. It's crazy. Top 6 answers on the board.
Okay.
What takes up too much room in the collection? Ramz.
I just have to say, in general, Star Wars toys.
No. You're looking for like more specific items.
Oh, specific. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can you just move over a little bit, Jason, so I can have a look?
Yeah, Jason probably owns all these. You're right.
Specific items. Wow.
Specific ones. Okay. I saw one. I don't have one. I don't collect the Marvel stuff, but there's is it a what's the big Galactus? Is it Galactus?
There is a Galactus, but he was not on our list of answers.
Oh.
Bill, we're on to you.
So these have to. They're all toy related, are they?
Oh yeah, they're all toys. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll go the USS Flag out of GI Joe.
Oh, that didn't make the list. I'm sorry. Yeah. Jason.
I was actually going to go with the flag as well, but I'm like, Would 100 girlfriends know what the USS Flag is?
Good point.
Hot toys?
Oh no, that didn't make the list, but good suggestion, but it didn't make the list. Whoops.
I got
We're on
double shut down.
We're on
Twice.
to Matt. I guess we're on to Matt, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not going too good at this one. All right. How about Castle Grayskull?
Oh no, you guys are thinking too old.
We've been too
The
specific.
girlfriends are more aware of the newer toys that came out. The
Oh,
Galactus was
okay.
in the right vein. The Galactus was in the right vein, but it
Oh,
was more recent.
Right.
Okay.
So
All right.
How about the Eternia?
oh no, sorry, that is very large, but no, it didn't make the cut.
Well,
You got a double no as well.
That's sure.
Andrew, did you guess?
Yeah, I did the
Yeah,
Eternia.
that was the Eternia. All right, we're back to Ramz.
Yeah, well, Galactus was my best shot, but it's not the Quintessons, is it?
Good guess.
The girlfriends know them.
Sorry.
Oh,
Phil.
Can I be general and say Lego?
Ooh.
Pick the biggest Lego. Star Wars.
So that's stuff.
Is Lego on the board? Yeah, Lego Falcon is on the board.
Yes.
oh yes.
And girlfriend said that.
Yes, 10 girlfriends said Lego Falcon. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. That was Phil, right?
Yep.
Let me see. Do I click this and then click that to give Phil? Please select a team. There we go. That's what we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Phil.
Jason.
I don't know how recently this poll of your 100 girlfriends was taken, but I have to say out of the TVC HasLabs that I've got, the Ghost takes up the most room.
Oh, the Ghost is number
Oh.
2.
Ooh, wow.
That.
Cool,
Going to
Jack.
Jason.
Damn that.
Yeah. Matt.
Damn, man. I am going to say Spider-Man.
The little compared to the Ghost, the little Spider-Man.
They might have a lot of Spider-Man. Like,
You might have a life-size statue of Spider-Man or something.
yeah. Andrew.
I think your girlfriend has a different definition of big, Matt.
that's why I love her.
She's the keeper. Don't let her go, Matt.
Let me think. I mean, we're running out of big. Okay. Jurassic Park dinosaur.
Nope, sorry.
All right, we have to go bigger.
Go back to Ramz.
Because we've got some big ones. So
Yeah. Oh man.
G-force, you're right.
Let's go with. Let's go with. Oh my gosh. I know the Lego Falcon's already there, but there's also the other Millennium Falcon that's there, the big one.
Oh, like the Legacy one? No, that didn't make the cut.
Mm.
Was that a real guess, or were you just
That was
sort
a
of
clue.
fishing?
Yeah, that was the real guess. Yeah. I'll-
Bill, we're going on to you.
All right, I'm going to go Cowabunga Dudes, the Ninja Turtle sewer lair.
No, unfortunately, no turtles. Sorry. Jason?
How about another Lego big boy, and I'll go Lego Death Star.
No, sorry.
Alright, Brussels sprout. What's another HasLab thing? Help me out. All right, how about like? Alrighty. I'm like, is the canteen? Can I go HasLab Cantina? But that's not out yet, is it?
No, that's not out yet. They wouldn't know about that.
I wouldn't know about it. I might have to pass. I'm going to pass on this one until I
Oh my
come up
gosh.
better. Yeah.
We'll give Andrew a go, and then we'll start. We'll just go for the chat and see if anyone gets these. We don't want to be on here all day.
Oh, good.
Andrew,
I'm running
I
out of
think we
things.
should just call it now. I'm happy with how the points
because he's got 100 points. He's the only.
Let's see. Biggest thing. My TARDIS.
Chat. Has anyone in the chat got some? These girlfriends are dumb. Hey, it's Pete, PGM.
PGM singing in there.
How you doing, Pete?
was.
How did 100 girlfriends say the ghost and 10 said the falcon? Well, we weighted the points a little differently. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. Show us number 5. Unicron.
Unicron.
Damn. Yeah, okay.
Chat, if you want to announce anything of your guesses while you can see if you got them right. Show us number 4. The Dragonfly, G.I. Joe classified
Yeah,
house.
okay. Yeah.
What girlfriend? They're complaining about these people I talk to. I was just gonna say all the HasLabs. Yeah.
Couldn't think of
Yeah,
that.
and what is the biggest HasLab they probably did? The sail barge.
Hi, Andrew. Jason,
What?
Jason.
And what do you guys think the number 1, the Blue Origin rocket? What BG? What do you think that girls would say as the number 1? All of them. The selection is too much.
Of course.
Of course.
Well done, Jason.
All right. How do we get to the next? Do I have to assign these points and then we go to the next one? How do we move on? All right. Well, Ramz, you're getting some points. I don't know what to do.
Hey.
Let us move on now. How do we move on?
Okay,
there we go. There we
New
go.
Zealanders.
There we go. Round 2.
Ramz
We
is cleaning
bearded
up.
guys. We bearded
So-
guys like to stick together.
For round 2, we went out and asked 100 moms, what toys does your adult child still ask for at Christmas? So what toys are we all still asking for at Christmas? And these are not so specific. They're category, like the toy line of the franchise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The top 5 answers are on the board. We'll start with Ramz.
How about Star Wars?
Hold on. Can we wash away the points? Can we do that?
Yeah. Maybe that clean.
Because what did Ramz really have? He had
Clean
what?
it up.
0.
Did he really have 0?
10,000. Like 10,000 or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 5 now.
couple of million.
All right. Go ahead and guess.
Yep, let's go. I'm going with Star Wars.
Star Wars is the number 1 answer.
Wow. Ooh. Oh my god. You won.
And we're at Phil.
I'm going to stick with Lego.
Oh, Lego didn't make the 5.
Oh.
Jason.
Yeah, I would have gone Lego too, Phil, I'll be honest, but I'm going to go G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe is our number 2 answer.
40.
Matt.
I'm going to go Transformer.
The number 3 answer is Transformers. Oh, wait, we didn't give...
Specifically the Quintessons. Everyone's asking for
Yeah,
that.
They're hot right now.
We didn't
They're
give
blowing up on
Jason
eBay
that
thanks to
100
this
points.
live stream.
And we
You
got to give Matt...
what did I get?
Somehow I have to give Matt 60 points, but I don't think it's going to do that.
Just give him 0. That's fine. He doesn't mind.
Yeah.
That's all I
Well,
deserve.
There we go. Matt gets some points that way. There we go.
100.
Give more to
Everyone
Ramz.
gets 100 points except Phil. There we go. That's that.
That's pretty much-
Aw.
That'll teach me to choose Lego.
Some
There
of these
you go.
games are a little finicky, but it's just for fun, right? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, Andrew.
Well, I know Micronauts are on there. I'm rooting for Micronauts.
Oh, Micronauts made the cut for sure. Yeah. Ramz.
I'd have to go Marvel Legends.
Ooh, but Marvel's a good guess, but it couldn't make the top 5. Sorry, Phil.
I'm going to go Motu.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe made the
Damn.
final. That goes to Phil, right?
Goes to me.
Well
Yep.
done.
25 big ones.
Jason, Matt, Andrew, then we'll give away the 4th answer. So go ahead, Jason.
Well, I was going to go He-Man as well, but I'll go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a wild stab.
Oh, that's gotta be there.
Good guess, but it couldn't make the top 5. Sorry. Matt.
I guess Space 1999 isn't going to be on there.
What about the Love Boat figures?
Oh, yeah, the Love Boat. They made it. Yeah. No.
Oh, really?
Andrew.
I'll go Star Trek.
Oh, good guess, but no. Top
Oh.
5. So, anyone in chat, they saying TM. What's wrong with these 100? They didn't know what Lego are. Well,
Can I give another guess?
Can we have another guess? One more round?
Oh,
Yep,
go ahead.
yep.
One more round. Go
One
ahead.
more round.
Quick fire.
Oh, okay.
Ramz?
Well, I don't know, Tonka toys.
No. Phil?
I'm going to go wrestling figures.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, no. Jason?
No, wrestling.
I'm Batman.
No, Jason. Sorry, Matt.
I say the dinosaurs.
No,
Oh.
sorry, Andrew.
Batman.
You
We
just
did
said
Batman already.
Superman. Can you just say Superman?
No. No. Give us number 4. You guys are going to shoot yourself in the foot here.
Probably.
Mask.
Back hey, they're remaking them.
They are, yes. They're hot on everybody's list. All right, so I think we click
Who has
this,
masks?
and then we.
Phil,
I'm
Yeah,
just thinking of Andrew's
mask.
mum at Christmas time going, he's asked for Micronauts again. Where am I going to find them?
these anywhere?
Believe
Yeah.
my mother gave me a receipt of the Micronauts she bought me in 1978 or something like that,
Wow.
and it was quite expensive. It was like a space station thing, a little square space station, and
Wow.
it was $35 or something. It was like a week's wage back
Wow.
then.
Wow.
Wow.
You see,
Wow.
but she gave me the receipt, so I got the receipt with the toy now.
And you still have it?
Yes, it's still got it there. Yeah, buried there.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
That's really
All
cool.
right. This one, I went out and just asked 100 random people on the streets, what is your favorite 80s cartoon character? So think back to your 80s cartoons and think of what people on the street would say are their favorites.
How many people called the police when you went around randomly asking that?
Well, that's why my partner isn't here. We were out asking, and what's the police I took off, and he got arrested.
Oh.
The co-host, that I usually have. He's we have to bail him out later on. So, all right. So these are going to be the top 7 answers on the board, and they are individual characters' names from cartoons in the 80s.
Excellent.
Like say Soundwave. He's not on the list, but say Soundwave is the guy's name. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like Quick
Quintessal.
Kick. Quick Kick. Was a G.I. Joe guy. So names like that.
Cartoon characters.
So we'll start with
Right, yeah.
Ramz.
I'll go with He-Man.
Oh,
Is He-Man up there?
was my
Ding, ding,
pick.
ding, number 3.
Wait.
He's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil.
All right, I'll go with my boy Optimus.
Optimus Prime. He's number 1.
Oh my goodness!
Ooh.
Look at you go.
Look at me go.
Yeah. I had both those on my mental list as well. My third one I had on there was Michelangelo.
Oh, Michelangelo is a good guess, but no, sorry.
Oh.
Matt.
You guys are stealing. I'm gonna go Skeletor. Yeah,
Oh, good guess,
Good
but
call.
he didn't make the cut. Sorry.
Oh, what? No,
Andrew.
I just go something like Bugs Bunny.
Ah, you need Bugs Bunny to make the cut. Sorry.
Skeletor.
You're thinking too much of the local people on the street. They knew a little bit more about popular toy lines and cartoons. Ramz.
How about I'll go with Lion-O?
Ooh, Lion-O. Is Lion-O up there? Yes, he was number 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Ramz,
okay.
good pick. Phil.
Brave Star.
Ooh, good pick, but he didn't make the cut. Jason.
Ooh. I'm gonna go for another Transformer. I'm gonna go Bumblebee.
Oh,
Oh,
good guess, but he didn't make the cut.
I'm stuck. I'm gonna just say Muppets.
Oh, good guess, but Andrew.
Well, I'm going to go with Cobra Commander.
Good guess, but they picked a different G.I. Joe.
Bullies.
Oh, okay.
Ramz.
Okay.
Well, I'll go with Inspector Gadget.
Good one, but no.
That's really
That
good.
was a good voice over there, Andrew. I liked that.
Yeah, it's my Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Will.
I'll go with. Has anyone said Megatron yet? I'll go Megatron.
was
No,
just thinking that one.
Megatron didn't make the guy.
Well,
It looks like they were all thinking good guys.
okay.
Goodies.
I'm gonna go for my G.I. Joe guess. I'm gonna go Snake Eyes.
Ooh, good guess, but it didn't make it.
Ooh.
Can we go with Scooby Doo around? I was thinking Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo. No, he didn't make it, but he should have been on there.
He should have been on there. I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, Raggy. Should we go one more round and then we'll start giving away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Andrew get his last guess in on this round?
I go to G.I. Joe Duke.
Yep.
Oh, Duke. Good guess, but he was a
Nice.
little bit
Good
higher up than Duke.
Oh, that was going to be my guess.
Ramz?
Yeah, same.
Sorry, I'm not a G.I. Joe person, so I wouldn't know. Let's say, so these are good guys. I don't know. Luke Skywalker.
Was he in a cartoon? I guess he was.
Was
the
he?
Holiday special. The holiday special, he showed up, right? Phil,
I'll go Storm Shadow for G.I. Joe.
good guess, but Jason.
Kidding me.
I guess the Ninja Turtle before, which I thought was most popular, but he wasn't on there. So I'm gonna go the leader, Leonardo.
Nope, he didn't make the cut either.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, turtle.
Matt, do you remember
thinking like
picking?
maybe-
Do you remember picking a
Farmer
very
Dude.
small action figure for the giant toys line thing?
No.
Do you remember who that was?
We could go like say Papa Smurf, like that would
Oh,
be
that's a good guess, but no.
He basically gave you that one.
I know.
Yeah, come on, Andrew.
Okay,
You got it, Andrew.
I'll go Superman.
Oh, good guess, but no.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, we'll start giving away. Give us number 7.
Well, we know
I legitimately got this answer. You know, I wasn't born yet.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. That's
Fair enough.
Number 6, Matt.
yeah.
Can anyone
this the
guess
one-
what the? Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Give us number 5. Yeah, someone knew Matt Tracker
Matt
out
Tracker.
there.
Nice.
No.
And then number 2 was General Hawk.
oh,
But seriously, that should have been Snake Eyes, right? Yeah, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to some straight up trivia here, guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
We're gonna end the show on an easier note here.
Easier.
Well, it's mostly multiple choice here. You know what I mean? So
okay. The multiple choice is good.
my favorite test at school, multiple choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian, Johnny, we got all kinds of stuff in here. Battle
There's
of the
lots of
Planet,
70s stuff.
Speed
in the
Racers,
chat.
Grape Ape.
Great baby.
Well, this question wasn't specific. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Quest, Marvin the Martian. Back. Hi, Cat. Scooby Doo. Yeah.
Yeah, see Scooby-Doo.
Well,
Oh,
the Family Feud wasn't as that was kind of a bust compared to the Wheel of Fortune. That was a better game. But now we've got trivia, and
Oh,
yes.
we have everybody's back on the board.
Phil,
Okay.
you're gonna smash it, man. You know this one.
So we're gonna start off with hitting Australia here with which of these G.I. Joe characters is not Australian, and I couldn't find any of them that were from New Zealand, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But which of these characters is not Australian? Torch, the Dreadnought, Major Blood, Outback, or Sky Mate? We're starting with Ramz.
I don't know. Outback doesn't sound Australian. Just kidding. So I wouldn't have a clue. I'm going with let's go with I don't know, Major Blood. B.
B. Is wrong. Major Blood is Australian.
Oh.
Phil.
All right, I think I finally know one. It's C. Outback is not Australian.
It is true. Outback is
Really?
not Australian. Yes.
Wow.
There we go.
So now I should be able to click this, and we get some trivia here. Skymate was the only G.I. Joe in the real American Hero line that was on the good guy team that was from Australia. He is from Queenstown, South Australia. The capital,
Queenstown,
Sydney.
South Australia.
That's what it
You've got a
said.
Queenstown too.
Do you really? Yeah.
In New Zealand, yep.
Yeah, Queenstown's in New Zealand.
Well, maybe he is
He's a
New
bloody
Zealand.
Kiwi,
I
mate.
don't, maybe he is. He could be. I don't
We'll
know.
claim
I'm just
him.
Googling. I just Googled this. So I think
Yeah.
No, I
Google
think-
is not
I think
always
you're right,
100% right. You know, Google's not 100% right all the time. It said the capital, Sydney, is the birthplace of Major Blood, and the Dreadnought Torch was born in Botany Bay. I didn't even know
Well-
Botany Bay was a real place. I thought that was just a ship on Star Trek. But
Sydney's also not the capital of Australia. It's Canberra.
That's true.
really, Google said the capital. That's funny.
Right.
Wow.
ACT. Yeah.
That
Canberra.
is, see, they're not always right. Yeah.
G.I. Joe was rewriting history.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and on
they
on
said
Major
that,
Blood,
Fact files.
they misspelt Sydney on the file card too. They spelt Sydney SIDNEY.
Did they really? Wow.
Oh, G.I. Joe.
And it turns out Outback is not from Australia, even though his name would suggest it. He is actually from Big Piney, Wyoming.
Wow.
So,
Great
yeah,
figure.
very, very,
I
yeah,
lived in
good figure.
Wyoming. There's a suburb of Wyoming, which is near up here on the Central Coast. There's a suburb called Wyoming. So
Really?
it's all related. Yeah.
Has it got some big pine trees?
Somewhere. No, more
So
gum
we're-
trees.
I guess we're going to Jason to give his first answer on this one. In the Kenner Star Wars toy line, Kenner made inexpensive vehicles that were just out of sight in the movies. They were off the edge of the film. You couldn't see them, but they were really there. They called these mini rigs. Which of these was not actually a Kenner mini rig?
Right up Jason's alley.
We have the AST-5, the ISP-6, the MTV7 or the MST3K?
So I'm not actually an expert on the Kenner toys, but I am a little bit familiar, and I think it's D. I don't think there was an MST3K. I think the others all exist. That's my guess. D.
That is correct, Jason.
Wow.
Nice, nails it again.
Yeah. And the MST3K is not a mini rig. That was a TV show that made fun of B movies with 3 robot puppets. The AST-5 was an armored transport. The ISP-6 was a small shuttlecraft. And the MTV-7 was an Imperial multi-terrain vehicle. The one that sprung up and down. Remember that thing?
Yeah, cool.
Thank God you got that right, Jason, because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought everyone would get the MST3K reference from Mystery Science Theater 3000, you know?
Ah.
I do now.
I just thought it fit. I thought it was funny.
Quintessons.
What was that?
Sorry, I said I'm gonna look that up after I've purchased my Quintessons off eBay.
All right, Matt, we're going on to you. Some of the best Transformer toys were the Combiner robots.
Absolutely.
Which of these was a Decepticon Combiner?
Okay.
Superion, Blastertron, Explodum-Olicus, or Bruticus.
Okay, B and C I'm not familiar. It's between A and D. I'm going to go D for Bruticus.
Matt, you would be correct. D.
Well done, Manny. Nailed it, buddy.
My computer, Matt, is about to restart and it won't let me stop it.
No, Drew, don't leave me alone.
I'm on my works computer, you see, and it just won't click it off.
How long do you think it'll take? You want us to pause? We can pause.
No, just keep going, guys. I'll have to drop out because it's gonna do these updates for some reason.
Oh, it's doing an update. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it won't let me stop it. So sorry about that.
1,000 years. Oh, don't worry. Just you can hang out till you drop out, or maybe you'll get one chance. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Try and answer this one.
All right. Superion was an Autobot. We wanted a Decepticon. Blastertron and Explodum-Olicus are just completely made-up names. Bruticus was a Decepticon made up of military vehicles that combined into one giant robot. And they're doing a new version of him. The first figure should be out very soon.
Cool.
Which of these Marvel characters was never in the Fantastic Four? Andrew, was it Spider-Man, Captain America, She-Hulk, or The Thing? Never a member of the Fantastic Four.
Is he frozen?
Explodicus.
Are you still there, Andrew? Or are you frozen?
Is Andrew out now?
I think he's bowed out. I think that's frozen.
He's rebooting.
Yeah, it may have rebooted him. Okay. All right, we'll move to Ramz then. What do you think this is?
Never in Fantastic Four. I don't know. I'll try A for Spider-Man.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. Phil.
Oh, I'm not a Marvel guy at all, but I'm going to guess Captain America.
That would be correct, Phil. You're on a roll here. Look at that.
Nice.
Good guess.
The Thing was a core member of the Fantastic Four. She-Hulk and Spider-Man were both once part of the Fantastic Four at one time or another when certain core members were not available. Captain America was the only one that was never a part of the Fantastic Four, even though the actor in the MCU who played Captain America did also play Johnny Storm in the Fox version of the franchise.
Here we go.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, they did that again, didn't they? Yeah.
That
was cool.
All right, we're on to Jason for this one. Hasbro has recently done some Transformer G.I. Joe crossover toys. Which of these was in the line so far? Omega Supreme, who turned into a Defiant Shuttle Complex. Megatron, who turned into a Hiss tank, Fortress Maximus, who turns into the USS Flag, or Optimus Prime, who turns into the G.I. Joe Mobile Command Center.
Ooh, so I don't collect either of these franchises, but I'm going to go B, Megatron Hiss Tank, because I think that's the most
Ooh.
feasible out of those.
That is a good guess. That is correct.
Yeah.
Wait, was that Jason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Want to make sure.
Another 400 points, please.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Fortress Maximus flag would be an
Awesome.
incredible.
Right?
Just the size of the box.
Collecting.
I wonder what your 100 girlfriends would say about the space shuttle takeout.
You'd quickly have no girlfriends, that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
But
We're
you
gonna
have a
put this-
flag.
The only place we can possibly put this is in the bedroom. I'm out of here. You know? The only one of these that has been made in is the Megatron that turns into a Cobra Hiss tank. Although it would be awesome to have an Omega Supreme that turns into a Defiant. That's where they put for that quote, that little thing. All right, Matt, you're gonna get this one. Kenner Star Wars has continued in the new Hasbro Retro line.
Okay.
Which of these characters is not a Jedi made in this new line?
All right.
So, did they do Plo Koon? Did they do Qui-Gon Jinn? Did they do Mace Windu? Or did they do Luke Skywalker? Which one did they not do? You know,
Not do. I started off with this line and I've quickly just stopped. So I think I've seen Luke in there. I'm going to go A, Plo Koon. I know
that
who
is
he
correct. You guys
Wow.
are like,
Ooh, what a
you guys are
jag.
too good at
Nice.
You guys are too
Not
good
many.
at these quizzes. Luke Skywalker, a Jedi Knight, was made in 1983 with the Return of the Jedi line, but yes, he was also in the as Jedi Knight in the retro line.
Yep.
Hasbro recently did Qui-Gon and Mace Windu in the prequel era figure lines for Star Wars Retro, but Plo Koon has not been given the retro Kenner touch. And I said yet because I want the figure.
He will come.
I love
Redrawn
those.
for Vintage
I love the retro ones, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a continuation of the Kenner Star Wars. So I collect them all because I say, if you're going to say you have every single Kenner Star Wars figure, I consider the retro line part of it, which means you have to have them.
Do you do both, Jason? Do you do retro and TVC?
No, I've got retro of just like a couple of I've got a bit of a Stormtrooper and a Darth Vader focus. So I think I've got the Stormtrooper and Boba Fett. That's it. I'm for the other ones. I'm sort of in the camp of I just like the articulation of the TVC one. So really into TVC.
Yeah.
Nice.
And as you can see, I can't fit that much more in my garage anyway. So
Yeah. In the Mask cartoon of the 80s, who was never shown to be assigned to the Rhino tractor trailer truck? Now, this one's going to get you guys. This one's going to, right? You know, from what I've learned today. Ramz, this is for you.
My jag, man.
Cliff Dagger, Bruce Sato, Alex Sector, and Matt Tracker. Which one was not ever seen on the Rhino?
Okay.
Remember the Rhino, the big tractor trailer truck?
Big truck, yeah.
Yeah, I know I can eliminate B and D.
Thanks.
Okay.
But
Oh,
so it's either A or C.
I like your confidence.
Yeah.
That's
He's working it out.
Yeah.
You know, he's working it out. I like that's what multiple choice is all about. You work it out.
Can I phone a friend? Oh no, it's not that one.
Don't phone me, I won't help you.
Yeah.
So Cliff Dagger or Alex Sector. I'm just gonna go for A. That's a guess. Yeah.
Very good guess, Ramz.
Wow.
Hey, it is.
Good guess,
Well
man.
done,
Cliff
buddy.
Dagger. Yes. The usual driver for the Rhino was Bruce Sato. Alex Sector ran systems operation, and Matt Tracker often came along as weapons expert. Cliff Dagger was a villain working for Venom and drove the jackhammer.
Nice. Well done.
Yes, good
Well
call
done.
there. Phil, we're going on to you for the next question. In
go.
He-Man and the
Oh, this
Masters
is right
of
up
the
your alley,
Universe,
bro.
Hope so.
Yeah.
this villain that served Skeletor had a giant claw on one arm. What is his name?
Even I know this one.
Come on, you know this one, Phil.
Was he Scareclaw? Or was he Clawtor? Or was he Clawful? Or was he Clawman?
Well, it can't be Clawful because it's just a ridiculous name. So, no, I'll go C there, John. I'll go for the silly name Clawful.
Yep. All right, you got it right, Phil. Phil, right? Yeah.
Well done, Phil.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
if Phil had got that wrong, he would have been sacked from O Tuesdays for sure.
What he? Yeah.
Never. Yeah. Exactly.
His name was Clawful, a play on the word awful. The other names were all just made up. Clawful was played by none other than Lou Scheimer himself in the original cartoon. The character in the cartoon looked a bit different than the toy released by Mattel, but both of them did have a giant claw on one arm. And Clawful is one of my favorite Motu villains. I have got like 6 different versions of Clawful over there.
Wow.
He's the one that I collect all the different versions of that have come out through the years.
Excellent.
And here is our last question, going to Jason. In the 1970s and the 1980s, Kenny released 4 different TIE fighters. Which of these on the list was a TIE fighter that was not originally released by Kenner? Was it the TIE Interceptor, the battle-damaged TIE Fighter, the TIE Bomber, or Darth Vader's TIE Fighter? Jason.
So they did an Interceptor. I've got one of those somewhere. It was my buddy's old one. They definitely did Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. They're still using the mold today for that one. Battle Damaged TIE Fighter was just a variant of the classic, but they did not do in the original Kenner line a TIE Bomber. So I'm going to lock in C.
Yes, good one.
Jason for the win.
Nice.
Kenner,
questions, Jason.
yeah. Kenner first made a white TIE fighter for the 1978 lineup leading up to Christmas. They remade this TIE in a blue color that was packaged with battle damage stickers that kids could put on to simulate laser blasts hitting it. Kenner made the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter in 1979, and then in 1983 they made the TIE Interceptor for Return of the Jedi. The TIE Bomber did not get a release until Hasbro had bought Kenner, and it was first made in 2001.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well done.
There's about a dozen TIE fighters in this room.
Yeah, I know. I have. Jason won the trivia with 300. Yeah, I have a huge TIE fighter collection at the condo. There's got to be like 15 different ones from all the different eras and times, you know. Yeah, and I still look for some that I'm like, wait a minute, do I have that? I don't think I have that one. I'm gonna pick that up, you know, when I see things, because it'd be nice to have all of them eventually.
Well done, Jason.
Vern joined us. Oakhurst Studios. Vern has joined us.
Vern, g'day, Vern.
G'day.
G-Force says Web Store is the best.
Absolutely, G-Force. Man of good taste.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what about Merman? That was a good Merman. F. Why are some people picking F? There was no F.
Because he doesn't know.
Forgot about Bagman. Hey, has Andrew popped back in?
Hey.
Oh.
And the answer is...
Well, I'm back.
There he is, yeah.
Those Windows updates have made you a whole new man, Andrew. Look at
Yes,
that.
yeah, look at that. He's
Yeah,
totally
Looks-
updated and fresh. Well, what
It's
do you guys think of the games?
A lot of
it's
fun.
good fun.
Thank you.
No, that was
Yeah,
good
give us
fun.
a fun.
Thank you very much, John. That was
Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Whoa, Pete! Look at Pete. He's coming at you, Jason.
No idea.
You see,
Thanks,
Pete, I
winner,
did ask for
obviously.
I did ask for him to take 100 off Jason to give us a chance.
Yeah, I just got lucky, boys. I got all the Star Wars questions, so I got a bit lucky there. If I'd got, the ones that I wouldn't have been anywhere.
Star Wars knowledge was impressive.
Well,
I'm looking forward to seeing your Japan Star Wars haul, Jason. That's going to be a good. Yeah.
can be
Looking
epic.
forward to that.
It's coming soon. It's a little bit crazy. I'm slightly embarrassed, but
Nice.
I did the same thing when I went to Chicago. I actually got a chance to get one of the exclusive. I signed up for all those exclusive things, and it was like a random pick on which ones you could get in and get. But I was like, even if I don't want it, I wanted to grab it so I could trade it for something I did want. So I did end up winning one of them, and I went in line and I bought it and I got it. And then I went up after the show to the trading area where they have it in the hallways and stuff. And I walked around till I saw someone who had a lot of vintage, and I just was like asking people, "Do you guys want this?" You know, and one kid was like, "Oh my gosh, I did it! Yeah, I had the Lego thing." And he's like, "I really want that." And he goes, "But I couldn't get in the line I didn't get picked or whatever." And I was like, "Great." And he had all these vintage Star Wars figures and stuff down there, and he was just like, "You want all these?" And I'm like, "Oh, of course I do." So it was like 20 figures for the Lego, but probably equivalent price. I mean, really, because those Legos are expensive. But yeah,
but
it
that's
worked out.
good that you found a nice home for it. So
Yeah.
The Hasbro interview I did at Celebration was thanks to my friend Victoria from Victoria's Cantina.
Yeah.
And so she was
those
messaging
guys.
me, and she wasn't able to go to Celebration, and she said, "Hey, I'm not so big ass, but can you pick me up one of the Hot Toys Anakins, because they're limited to the convention, and they only had 1,500." But sadly, they all sold out within 2 hours of it opening on the Friday. And people were going out with bags and bags of Hot Toys. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Holy
and
cow.
the next day, I was like, I said, "Oh, look, I'm really sorry, Victoria. I didn't get in line. I had to, be in a different queue, and it sold out." And so that Anakin was equivalent of about 500 New Zealand dollars. The very next day, they were on eBay for $3,500. So scalpers had just gone in and just bought them up. And I just thought, man, that's really
terrible.
sad. But but your story's a nice one, right? You found someone who really wanted that thing, and so it's gone to a good home rather than a scalper home. So
Yeah.
gutted for Victoria, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how I am. I didn't want to trade it for anything more than what it was worth. I was just like, if someone needs this, they can get the chance to get it through me, because you know what I mean? Because I don't know if it still works this way, but back then when I was in Chicago for that one, you didn't have a choice what you were going to get. You had to sign up, and you randomly got picked, and then you could either just not get it, or you could get it and hopefully trade it to someone. Because like I think at the time I wanted the Black Series, whatever they were giving away, and I didn't get picked. So I thought, well, if I get the Lego and see the Black Series, I can just one-on-one swap, right? If both people are agreeable, you know what I mean? Because a lot of other people, like that kid, he didn't get picked for the Lego line, and that's what he really wanted. It was like unfortunate that what you really wanted, you couldn't get picked for.
Yeah.
Because I still never got that Black Series. I think it was one of the Boba Fett's or something. I can't remember at the moment, but I ended up never getting it in my collection. So.
Isn't that was just on last weekend, or this weekend, or the Chicago one? Or was
Chicago was that was the Celebration back in.
Oh, okay.
Was it 2020 or something, or 18? I don't remember what year it was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're massive, those shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to Ramz, tell us what's coming up on your channel? Or any of your social media. You're gonna post new Instagram pictures or anything,
Yeah, I've got. I was at the. We had a retro event that happened up here in Auckland, just last month actually. So, you know how it is with editing and things. Sometimes you get to it, and sometimes it's just you put it on the side. So I'll have that coming up, and I'm off down to Wanganui. So Wanganui down further down in the North Island, they've got a event happening down there in Wanganui, toy event. So be going on a road trip with my wife and heading down there.
Cool.
So yeah.
Phil, what do you got coming up?
Well, I've had a lot going on. Actually, April has been a ripper of a month. So I've had a lot of people come over to Japan, including this legend down here.
Yeah.
I had Zazel. I don't know if you're familiar with
Oh, I
Zazel
know
from
Zazel,
Zazel's Clubhouse. He was here a couple of weeks ago.
I'm going to
And
be
then-
seeing him at Joe Fest this year.
Yes,
so.
he's going to Joe Fest. Yep. And then yesterday I had the pleasure of actually meeting up with Dave Toipoloi in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah.
So we went.
Dave's
in,
a good guy. I mean,
he's such a dude.
You know, one thing I love about Dave is that he responds faster than I would ever expect anyone in his spot to respond. I had some toy. I had a Doom. Do you remember in the Secret Wars toy line, there was that Doom roller thing? It was like a purple car that sat in a track, and it had this like wheel around it, and it would the wheel would roll and it would kind of go, and then when it hit the wall, it would flip around and change direction and come back at you. Well, the motor in mine just wasn't working. And I know that he works on that kind of stuff. And I was like, hey, how do you get these old motors unstuck? And he was writing me back immediately. And I was asking him other questions and he was hitting me back. And together we got the thing working. He sort of helped me through taking it apart and repairing it and get it going. Nice. And it works beautifully now. And it's all because of his incredible skill and willingness to share and respond to the people in the community and help them out. And I love that about him.
Yeah, he's just such a down to I to be honest, I was quite anxious before because he's got such a big thing. I was like, oh my god, what's this going to be like? But he's just such a down to earth, nice guy, and his wife is lovely as well. And we just spent the afternoon. We went to about half a dozen toy shops together and just chatted the whole afternoon together. And that was just an absolute blast for me. So April's been a good one. I'm just going to have to find something now to look forward to. So I might do a video also just showing off a few of the pickups I got from Star Wars Celebration. I don't think I probably got as much as Jason did, but I did pick up a couple of goodies. So I'll release that at some point. But yeah, it's been a great few weeks for sure.
Jason, what do you got?
Well, firstly, I got to give Phil a big thanks because I made these hats before I went. I got these hats made before I went to Celebration. Whoa. There's only 10 of them in the world, and Phil wore his at Celebration, and it's all over his video. So thank you, buddy.
I should have been wearing it. Maybe this would have given me good luck on the trivia today.
Yeah, there you go.
And as Phil kind of alluded to, I've got a bit of an unboxing to do to sort of like just show off all the stuff that I managed to pick up while I was in Japan. So, including some figures from this guy as well. Thank you so much for those, Phil. That was awesome.
No worries, mate.
Yep.
Yeah. So just more shenanigans, probably more nonsense on the way, and a little bit of boxing. But yeah, just trying to have fun with it. It was my wife look at that, and Ramz has got
Ramz has
even more exclusive coffee mug.
Yeah.
But
you have to split your winnings there, Jason.
Yeah, look at all this merch. Hey, so I've had a lot of fun making merch. And my wife was kind enough to let me do a action figure review from the hotel the other night. She was like, yeah, you can do that. I'll just watch my show. So
yeah. Cool. Darth Muzza showed up. Hello, Muzza.
Hey, Muzza. Excellent.
Matt, Andrew, what do you guys got on your channel?
Well, first I'm going to say, Jason, you probably need to send some merch to us because we've got nothing in Australia. It'll be like we'd be the only ones in Australia with your merch.
Yeah,
exclusive. We'll get some to you. You get. Well, we're a bit like all over the place, and I've recorded a couple of videos. I've got a bit of downtime coming up over the next month where I'm just a bit incapacitated. So I will probably just be doing a bunch of editing on some videos. And I'm really excited to be getting the NECA NECA Murder She Wrote Jessica Fletcher doll into my. It's not
Oh,
doll.
wow.
What the hell am I talking about? I can't wait to get that. I've been waiting a good 12 to 18 months for that figure, and I know that's. I don't know what that sounds like, but I used to love Murder She Wrote. So,
Yeah.
I'm
I was saying to Maddie, I'll do a lot of photos because in the series, she'd bust all these big, hefty guys who've done murders and go, "You've been caught," and they go, "Oh, okay," you know. So I said, get the doll, and you know, you have all the different figures of her busting them doing murders where they
Yeah.
you know, all that sort of thing. It was a bit of a show, that one.
You could get a good picture of like the big Incredible Hulk it's next to her. Do Bane from the Batman movie or something. You know, down, she's all busted. You know.
So I'm looking forward to getting that and doing a bit of a video on that. So yeah, just it's just one of those things. Just we drop a video every 2-3 weeks, and whenever we feel like it. So, and we've got an Instagram. I've got Keep On Collecting Toys, and Andrew's got, what do you got? Collector Andrew B.
Andrew Collector B, isn't it? You wrote it for me.
They're all a bit random. We're old. We don't really understand what goes on with social media.
Andrew's got his own help desk.
Yeah.
That's right. Matt does all the editing. You see, I do some of the videos, and then I send it to Matt, and I go, "Well, I can't do it. You'll have to sit there and waste your whole Sunday doing it." You know, and yeah,
it's all good. We have fun. Thank you.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I'm very excited, and it was cool. It was fun. I'm glad you guys could join me. We'll have to do something like this again sometime.
Absolutely, it was great fun.
We got to get the other. We got to get the two opposite sides of the world connected more often like this. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's good. We enjoy it.
Maybe next time we can get usual Mike as well, because he was. I know he wanted to do this. He was looking forward to it, but then at the last minute he was unable to come.
Yeah.
Because Mike and I go way back. I can't even remember the first time that Mike and I crossed each other's paths, but somehow it was years and years ago. I think it was even before the lockdown that we bumped into each other online. So he's been the gateway to that side of the world in a sense. For me anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah.
He's been a bit of a trail breaker, I guess, because he was probably the first one in Australian sense that people found overseas. I'm not sure if there was someone from New Zealand that more people are familiar with, whether it's Jason or Phil or someone else. But yeah, Mike was our big Jason.
It's Jason. Yeah. It's Jason. Yeah.
Jason's the man in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And Darth Rock, is there Darth Rock?
Darth Rock. Yeah. What's funny is I think Darth Rock I met actually through my PlayStation playing games before I actually found him online. Yeah, because Rock and I were playing like Call of Duty and other things, and unless he knew somebody in the group, because we used to have a big Saturday group when my brother, I don't know if you guys all know, but he had passed away a year and a half or almost 2 years ago from cancer. But after he got sick with cancer, he was basically home, and he would sit and he would just had his nice recliner chair that he could hang out in, and he played games a lot. So we had a huge gaming group, and I think that Darth Rock got into that group at one point, and that's where I met him.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Small world. Yeah.
I miss those gaming groups. We don't do it as much. It's dwindled down to like 3 or 4 people. But the giant, we used to have sometimes we'd have 10 or 15 people playing Call of Duty at once. It was like our whole army was going off against the other team, it was fun.
Well, Matt and myself, we play Call of Duty Zombies every second night, don't we, Matt?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, my daughter gets on, she's upstairs with her own TV, and we get on and play the old school Zombies.
That's cool. Yeah. Awesome. Maybe sometime we'll join you. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah. Form a party and go for it. Kill some zombies.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any final remarks?
No, just thank you.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
It was great.
Thanks,
great
John.
fun.
Thanks
Uh,
for ripping the
Matt and-
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, Matt and
Yeah.
Andrew, thanks for letting the Kiwis win.
Yeah, that's
mate, you're welcome.
Thanks for playing along.
we always got to give the poor cousins a hand up, you know. So,
Give us a chance now and then. Yeah.
Hey Andrew, what was the ostrich? What was his name on Hey Hey Saturday?
Ozzy Ostrich.
Ozzy, that's right.
Aussie,
Yeah,
Ozzy Ostrich.
the pink one. Yep.
I sure it was Hey Hey It's Saturday. It just fitted so perfectly in that.
Yeah, and with me always, hey, that would have been.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't come up on the Google search. So if it did, I would have been. Wait a minute, I gotta grab that one. Yeah.
Full marks for confidence on that one, Andrew.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was good.
Thanks to everybody in the chat who joined us. I really appreciate you guys watching,
Thank you.
and we'll catch you guys on the next
Thanks for
one.
hanging.
Stay awesome out there, everybody. See
See
ya.
you later.
Cheers, guys.
Later, guys.
Peace out.
Thank you.